Hi, and welcome to the Uni Theater Arts Senior Show 2020 virtually. It's important to start this evening by framing a little bit of context. What is a senior show? Every year, the students that are a part of advanced drama and advanced technical theater work together and collaborate to perform a show from beginning to end completely on their own. My only role is, as I like to joke, to hand them keys and to give them a credit card. In years past, we've done things like Songs for a New World, the 25th Putnam County Spelling Bee, all sorts of different types of material. And picking the material is one of the things we really work hard on. What's going to highlight actors, what's going to highlight technicians, what works in a little theater, the whole nine yards. And it's so much fun and such a great way to end our year together. So when coronavirus hit and kind of impacted the end of our year, we had to really work with one another and decide if doing a show in a different format was even something we were interested in doing. So this evening, after a little bit of collaboration and a little bit of deliberation, we have decided that we would like to share with you basically a showcase. The students that are a part of advanced technical theater were each assigned to a member of their class from advanced drama. And those kids worked together to really talk about designing on quarantine. What costumes were in a closet that we could choose from? What hairstyle works best when you can only see an actor from bust up? Is there a on location set or a specific prop that was needed? So our technicians tried to the best of their ability to do what theater technicians do with efficacy. And the actors, by the same token, wanted to do their art form the way that their art form is really done. That provided some more challenges. We knew that we weren't going to be able to work relationship, and so much of what an actor does is interact with and feed off of an audience. Being on a monitor is not our usual medium. So you're going to notice tonight that we do have some monologues, both comedic and dramatic, but a majority of what you're going to see is musical theater this evening. The students worked to kind of curate some pieces they felt really represented themselves as artists. And then I reached down to some of the underclassmen who are enrolled in advanced drama for next year to have them participate as well to help us fill out this evening of basically solos that we've prepared for you. So with that, I turn it over to the students of Uni Theater Arts. Enjoy the show.
Okay, so I don't know if there are any stragglers, but I'm just going to start the tour. Hi, I'm Marissa. Hi. Welcome to Alcott College for Women, founded in 1895. You are here because we are the best. You know the saying, Smith to bed, Mount Holyoke to wed, and Alcott to run your company. But not all of our grads are CEOs. Okay, we have novelists, painters, journalists, doctors, lawyers, philanthropists, architects, and professors. Yes, right, and mothers too. But you already know all of that. That's why you're here. No, Gloria Steinem didn't go here. Helen Gurley Brown? No. Amelia Earhart? No, she didn't either. Well, scores of Amazing Women did, just not those three. No, Afra-Ben actually died 100 years before the college was founded. So, no, not Gertrude Stein. No, 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 we're getting a little sidetracked here. Let me show you the campus. Designed by Stanford White after an exploratory trip to Italy and Greece, it's a neoclassical... Yes, imposing, isn't it? It gives a weight to our studies. We aren't fooling around here at Alcott. No, not her either. Hold on. You're that tour guide from Wellesley. You've been warned before. Don't let me see you on this campus again. I don't care if your girlfriend's here. This is my work-study job. And we're not continuing until you leave. Go. Just go. 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 Go! What? Is she gone? Behind me, the cafeteria. You'll spend lots of time there. And the library. This intricate structure to my left is the cathedral. It's mostly used for get out of here. Go! Okay, I think she's finally. This way to the STEM wing. That's new. And then the theater. Oh, but you probably want to see the dorms, don't you? I said get out of here!
I had a man, and I have a child. And I had to take care of both of them, okay? Did I want Carl to touch my baby? Because I would lay my baby on the side of me, on this pillow. And it was pink, and it had this white writing on it. It had her name. Because she was precious. And Carl would lay on the other side of me, and we would we would start doing it. And then one day, he reached over and he touched my baby. And I asked him, I said, Carl, what are you doing? And he said to shut my fat ass up, and that it was good for her. So I shut my fat ass up. And I don't want you to sit there and judge me, Miss West. I didn't want him to abuse my daughter. I didn't want him to do anything to her. I didn't want him to do nothing to her. That was my man. My fucking man, and he wanted my daughter. That's why I hated her. Because it was my man who was supposed to be loving me, supposed to be making love to me, but he was fucking my baby. And she made him go away. She made him leave. It's her fault because she let my man have her. She didn't say nothing. She didn't do nothing. She didn't scream. And so when she told you all those things that I did to her, who was gonna love me? Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing, who was gonna love me? Who was gonna touch me at night and make me feel good? So while you sit there writing your notes on your pad about who you think I am and why you think I did it, it's because I didn't have nobody. I didn't have nobody.
There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs at empty tables. Now my friends are dead and gone. Here they talked of revolution. Here it was they lit the flame. Here they sang about tomorrow, but tomorrow never came. From the table in the corner, they could hear a world reborn, and they rode with voices ringing, and I can hear them now, the very words that they have sung became their lost communion on the lonely barricade at dawn. Oh, my friends, forgive me that I live and you are gone. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. A phantom faces at the window, phantom shadows on the floor, empty chairs at empty tables where my friends will sit no more. Oh, my friends, don't ask me what your sacrifice was for. Empty chairs at empty tables. Now my friends will meet no more.
In the past, when your mother was with child, she developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, and nothing but greens, parsley, peppers, cabbages and celery, asparagus and watercress and fiddle ferns and lettuce. He said all right, but it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula and ripping up the rampion, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Could have turned him into stone, or a dog, or a chair. But I let him have the rampion. I'd lots to spare. In return, however, I said fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear, and we'll call it square.
Look at me, I am gorgeous. I am absolutely gorgeous. Here's this avalanche of beauty in one woman, and I'm it. Look at the way all of the parts fit together, stunning. See the way my nose stops running. I was positive this creature was there inside hero me. All bottled up, waiting to get free. Now I see the real me. Look at this, look at that, look at those. Let me just feel me. Beautiful, glamorous, radiant, ravishing. Look at the hair, look at the shape.
studio will sign me. My cup runneth over. Whoever saw such a complete wow! Nobody will say no to me now. No one is as gorgeous as I am.
Congratulations, class of 2010. We have officially made it. 13 years, and for some of us, more, I'm talking to you, Jacob, have culminated in this moment. I never thought I would be standing here today. When one thinks about education, one is often struck by how, I believe it was Plato, who said, the unexamined life is not worth living. That was Socrates? Socrates! Okay, well, in my defense, I did not say it was Plato. I said I believe it was Plato. There's a difference. Well, I am not a good comment on the American educational system, apparently. Back to my speech. I believe it was Socrates who said the unexamined life is not worth living. And we have been examined a lot. From standardized tests in the 4th grade, to standardized tests in the 5th grade, to that mild time trial we all had to do in the 6th grade, to standardized tests in the 7th grade, we have been examined. And what have we learned? Well, actually, I'm not going to read this. This is a terrible speech. They made me write it in my communications class, and it's just awful, so. I just want to talk to you. Do you ever do that? You ever think you have something really deep to say, and it turns out there's absolutely nothing in your brain? Yeah, that moment just happened to me, and I'm beginning to freak out a little, but, graduation! Crap! Is anybody else out there, like, totally terrified? I mean, I know I shouldn't be, because I'm salutatorian and all. I would have been valedictorian if not for Mr. Jackson's long-term sub, but I'm not going to get into that. But part of me is like, I just want to stay in homeroom forever, you know? And then another part of me is like, no, you should burn it all down and spit on the ashes, you know? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm totally over that, Officer Weeks. Yeah. But, we're done with high school. And we're moving on. Yeah. Okay, so, that wasn't better than what I had on the cards, so, do I have time to do that over?
Do you know what I was doing that morning? I was working in our garden, picking the last of the sweet tomatoes. I put Beatrice down under the shade of a tree because my back was giving me some trouble. Given where was Fortune? He was out in town getting me a new iron pot. I'd been after him for a month to get me a new pot, and finally on that day the damn man had to go and get it. Go, I said. Go today, man, or you shall not have supper tonight. The sun was about to crest, but I had to put in at least another hour of work before it got too hot. It was such a clear and beautiful sky. This splendid bird came in our garden to taunt me. A peacock was showing off its feathers. I stooped low and I called to the bird. Whist! Whist! But then I felt a shadow cut across my back. And when I stood, 4 men were standing over me, smiling wicked schoolboy smiles. Yes, I said. And the soldier slammed the butt of his gun into my cheek, and just like that, it happened so fast, I didn't even know that I'd fallen to the ground. Where did they come from? How could I not have heard them? One of the soldiers was holding me down with his boot. He was so heavy, thick, like an ox. And he was all I could see, while the others took me. My baby was crying. Beatrice was a good baby. She never cried, but she was crying, screaming. Shh, I said. Shh. And then the soldier stomped on her head with his boot. And just like that, she was quiet. Where was everybody? Where was everybody?
I picked up your shirt this morning. I don't know why. I don't know why. Mr. Reynolds said to say hello, and I started to cry. I started to cry. Every place we ever walked and every place we talked, I miss you. You never leave my mind. So much of you is left behind. You took my days with you, took my nights with you. Those unfinished conversations that we used to have still speak to me, and I write you letters every day that I'll never send and you'll never see. All this wishful keep thinking that you'll be calling, and everyone says that it's all in my head, and I can't accept it yet. Well, I'm not ready to just give in. I know that I can't live in this pain with these feelings of regret. I can't comprehend this and pretend that I don't care. Any place I wanna be, I need to see you there. You took my world with you. Took my life with you.
Do you know what I was doing that morning? I was working in our garden, picking the last of the sweet tomatoes. I put Beatrice down under the shade of a tree because my back was giving me some trouble. Given where was Fortune? He was out in town getting me a new iron pot. I'd been after him for a month to get me a new pot, and finally on that day the damn man had to go and get it. Go, I said. Go today, man, or you shall not have supper tonight. The sun was about to crest, but I had to put in at least another hour of work before it got too hot. It was such a clear and beautiful sky. This splendid bird came in our garden to taunt me. A peacock was showing off its feathers. I stooped low and I called to the bird. Whist! Whist! But then I felt a shadow cut across my back. And when I stood, 4 men were standing over me, smiling wicked schoolboy smiles. Yes, I said. And the soldier slammed the butt of his gun into my cheek, and just like that, it happened so fast I didn't even know that I'd fallen to the ground. Where did they come from? How could I not have heard them? One of the soldiers was holding me down with his boot. He was so heavy, thick, like an ox, and he was all I could see, while the others took me. My baby was crying. Beatrice was a good baby. She never cried, but she was crying, screaming. Shh, I said. Shh. And then the soldier stomped on her head with his boot. And just like that, she was quiet. Where was everybody? Where was everybody?
Remember the pub where our fathers went to spend the end of the day. Remember the yard behind the pub where we would run and play. Well, now the pub is a laundromat. Now the yard is a high-rise flat. You can't move on if you're still in the past. You've gotta take what you got. Even when your life is in knots, you take aim, take your shot. Sometimes you have to rewrite the plot. You gotta take what you got. You always say that one of these days you'll get out of Northampton town. You'd always say that you wouldn't stay, no, you wouldn't stick around. Never knew what I wanted before. Now I'm even more unsure. You can't move on if you're still in the past. You've gotta take what you've got. Even when your life is in knots, you take aim, take your shot. Sometimes you have to rewrite the plot. You gotta take what you got. Everybody's telling me what I've got to be. Change with the times, move to London town, or live out my legacy. Well, maybe this time I take a chance, move into the vast expanse. Maybe this time I seize my destiny. My destiny. Guess that was okay. Maybe I should go on. No, what am I thinking? Definitely go on. Take what you've got. Even when your life is in knots, you take aim, take your shot. Sometimes you have to rewrite the plot. You've gotta take what you've got. You've gotta take what you got.
I mean, okay, I'm all nervous now. I know it's only been 7 weeks, and some people would say it's impossible in 7 weeks, but I think those people just have miserably small hearts or something and are incapable of experiencing what we're experiencing. So, I love you. Not exactly the response I was looking for, but I'll take it. You too. No, I'm rushing things. I'm being dumb, and I shouldn't have said that too soon because obviously you're not ready to say that sort of thing to me yet, even though you seem like the kind of guy who's totally in touch with his feelings because you like recycling and hybrid cars, but those are not the same as love, and I probably shouldn't have equated those two in my mind, and you know what I was thinking? There was a lot of formaldehyde in that fetal pig, and I probably held a tub of it in bio, which caused some sort of apocalypse in my brain, and I lost a lot of brain cells, which is why I said what I just said right then, and I know what you're thinking. Oh no, she's freaking out. My girlfriend's freaking out. I am not freaking out.
Okay, I'm freaking out a little bit, can't deny that, but I'm not majorly freaking out because I believe in giving you space and time to come to the same place I'm at, because you're like a sloth. You're slowly climbing up the tree on your own timetable, and I'm like a squirrel, and I race to the top of the tree, and I'm up there, and I'm dancing, and I'm like, this is the most amazing thing you could ever possibly imagine, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, get up the tree, but you can't because you're a sloth, and you're munching on saplings or whatever, and because you're a sloth, it's not like I can race down to the tree, pick you up, and carry you to the top of the tree, because you crush me. And then I'd be a dead squirrel. And you wouldn't even notice because you have your stupid sloth hair in your eyes. And should I shut up? I should shut up. Are we okay? Is this bad? Are we in trouble? Tell me we're not in trouble.
Let me catch my breath. This is really hard. If I start to look like I'm sweating well, it's because I am. I'm not good with words, but that's nothing new. Still, I have to try to explain what I want to do with you. With you. Run away with me. Let me be right out of town. Let me be the place that you hide. We can make our lives on the go. Run away with me. Texas in the summer is cool. We'll be on the road like Jack Kerouac. Looking back, Sam, you're ready. Let's go anywhere. Get the car packed and throw me the key. Run away with me. Sam, I know it's fast, but I'm in love with you. Sam, it's crazy, but Sam, I'm crazier for you. I have these plans, Sam, I have these plans of a house that we build on the bay. When we run away, let me be right out of town. Let me be the place that you hide. We can make our lives on the go. Run away with me. Alabama heat, sign me up. We'll be on the road like some country song. Won't be long, Sam, if you're ready. Let's go anywhere. Get the car packed and throw me the key. Run away with me. I'm not trying to make you a wife here. I'm not trying to tie you down. I'm just saying there might be a life here, a new one. As soon as we run, just as soon as we run away. Run away with me. California dreams, here we come. Romeo is calling for Juliet. Ready, set, Sam, you ready? Let's go anywhere. Say the word and I'm already there.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, "Come in," with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bared, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared. But he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we wait in the dark until someone sets us free. And we're brought into the light, and we're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers, even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny's right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not.
They are not nice, they're mostly noise. They swear like men, they screw like boys. I know there's nothing in their hearts, but every time I take one in my arms, it starts the movie in my mind, the dream they leave behind, a scene I can't erase, and in a strong G.I.'s embrace, flee this life, flee this place. The movie plays and plays. I find my true romance. He takes me to a place where I don't have to dance. Our children laugh all day and eat too much ice cream, and life is but a dream, dream, the dream I long to find, the movie in my mind. A world that's far away, where life is not unkind, the movie in my mind.
have often dreamed a far-off place, great warm welcome waiting for me. The crowds will cheer when they see my face. The voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile would be worth my while. I would go almost anywhere to feel like I belong. I am on my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go almost anywhere to find where I belong.
Gracious and aloof, or I'll climb on the roof, shouting obscenities. He was here and now he's gone. The music still plays on. The music still plays on and on and on and on. Loud and fast and clear, the music still plays on and on and on and on, even though you're not here, my dear. Very too young, I was brash, I was bold, married too young and divorced, far too old. Husband sleeker than a horse, he rears and flies, of course. I liked his pedigree. Love is here and then it's gone. plays on and on and on and on. As my men depart, the music still plays on and on and on and on, transmitted through my foolish heart. So stay away. I'm okay. I'm ahead. What came to pass? One's an ass, one is dead. Love is stupid and it bleeds. It satisfied my needs. I think it's wonderful. Once it was wonderful. Love is here and then it's gone. The music still plays on. They were here and now they're gone. The music still plays on and on and on.
Just by looking at me, you, probably think I've got a girlfriend. Now, I'm not going to go and, flex or anything so as to embarrass these other dudes up here, but rest assured, if I did flex, you'd probably be enthralled. That's right, I said it, enthralled. Now, in addition to my muscularitiness, I have many other features. For example, my eyes. Do you see it, the soulfulness? I want you to imagine a candlelit dinner. I'm sitting across from you, and I'm looking at you hard, and I give you this look. Do you see it? The soulfulness, the sexiness. In some countries, that's illegal. Yes, it's illegal. One time, I was pulling up to the border, and they were like, no, we can't let you in. We have our women to defend. And I was like, oh, well, that's okay. I can just close my eyes. And then they were like, oh, okay, come on in. And then I drove in. Now, the next feature is this. Soft, kissable lips. That's right, I said it. Do you know how? Well, sometimes I kiss myself and it is amazing. But do you want to know what the real best feature of me is? It's my ears. Do you know why? Because I am going to listen to you, girl. You got problems? I am here for you. You want to talk about how you want to be a backup dancer for Beyonce or something? Sure. You want to talk about science and literary stuff in books which I don't understand? That's all right. Because these ears are open for you, baby. But you're not going to need to talk much because pretty soon I'm going to give you this look. And that is how you treat a woman.
Perpetual imprisonment? Am I not then to be set free? Light your fire. Do you think I dread it as much as the life of a rat in a hole? My voices were wrecked. Yes, they told me you were fools and that I should not listen to your fine words nor trust your charity. You promised me my life. But you lied. You think life is nothing if not being stone dead. It's not the bread and water I fear. I can live on bread. When have I asked for more? It is not a hardship to drink water if the water be clean. Bread has no sorrows for me, and water no affliction. But to shut me from the light of the skies and the sights of the fields and the flowers, to chain my feet so that I may never again ride with the soldiers, nor climb the hill, to make me breathe foul, damp darkness, keeping me from everything that brings me back to the love of God when your wickedness and foolishness tempt me to hate him. All this is worse than the furnace in the Bible that was heated 7 times. I could do without my war horse. I could drag about in a skirt. I could let the banners and the trumpets and the soldiers and the knights leave me and pass me by as they leave other women. But if only I could still hear the wind in the trees, the larks in the sunshine, the young lambs weeping in the frost, those blessed church bells that send my angel voices coming to me in the wind. But without these things, I cannot live. And by your wanting to take them away from me and any other human creature, I know your counsel is of the devil. And mine is of God. Your ways are not his ways. He wills that I go through the fire to his bosom, for I am his child, and you are not fit that I may live among you. That is my last word to you.
change of heart, a change in me. Screws, that's what they say I've got. Or maybe they say I'm not playing with a full deck. But hey, what the heck can I do? Baby, I've got a screw loose for you. Bonkers, that's what they're calling me. Not metaphorically, they mean truly insane. But they can't hear the voice in my brain, giving orders to keep loving you. Eccentric, erratic, toys in the belfry, bats in the attic. But I just don't see the harm in carving your name in my arm. Darling, it's so hard to be 16 and schizo, but I know it's worth the cost. I've made up my mind which I have lost. Screwloose, clinically certified. A panel of doctors tried to lock me away, but until that day when they finally do, I know, leave me alone, gosh. I'll be here if you need a new screw.
I'd rather be sailing, yes I would, on an open sea. I'd stand there inhaling, if I could, feeling wild and free. The sun is on my neck, the wind is on my face, the sea is incredibly blue, and I'd rather be sailing, 'cause I'd want to go sail and then come home to you. Sex is good, but I'd rather be sailing. Food is nice, but I'd rather be sailing. People are swell, but I'd rather be sailing over the horizon. And I'd rather be sailing, yes I would, on an open sea. I'd stand there inhaling if I could, feeling wild and free. The sun is on my neck, the wind is on my face, the sea is incredibly blue, and I'd rather be sailing, 'cause I'd wanna go sail and then come home to you. I'd rather be sailing, 'cause I'd wanna go sail and then come home to you.
Ponies in the sun, the race is soon beginning. My father bet the family fortune on a sleek brown horse. My father had a hunch, we gave a plunge, so Daddy could make a wager. Ma would scoff, she would scoff, hear her scoff, and they're off. Yeah, they're off. And they move in a herd like a four-letter word, and they're off. Tickets flow to the ground, and the band starts to play as the horses go round, and they're off. Mommy sat and cried, but Dad was unaffected. He said, have you ever had a better 2 minutes in the last 3 years? We said, but Dad, the dumb horse lost. He said, sometimes joy has a terrible cost. I know that. Ma would scoff, woo, she would scoff, hear her scoff, and they're off. Yeah, they're off. Mommy's biting his neck as they roll on the deck, and they're off. There is blood on the ground, and the band starts to play as the horses go round, and they're off. Isn't life funny? People lose money and have fun. Betting, of course, is hell on the horses and on families where the betting is done. It's a joke to believe someone's won. All they did was fight. Plus, they discussed the weather. My father bet the family fortune till it disappeared. We also laughed a lot. That was a thing I often forgot to tell you. But it's true, yes it's true, it is true, and he's off. Daddy's off. We get letters from Maine where he tries to explain why he's off. What was lost was not found, and the band starts to play as the horses go round, and they're off. Yeah, they're off. And they move in a herd like a four-letter word, and they're off. There is blood on the ground,
I'm sure that you have heard the name Aldalfo, a ladies' man who wins acclaim, Aldalfo. Well, lovely miss, I am that same Aldalfo. I introduce myself, I am Aldalfo. Not so fast. So just in case you didn't hear, Aldalfo, I tried to make it very clear, Aldalfo. The lovely ladies always cheer, Aldalfo. When I repeat myself, I am Aldalfo. I can sing it high, Aldalfo. I can sing it low, Aldalfo. I can sing it very fast, Aldalfo. I can sing it very slowly. I do it now, but it would take hours. Now let us see if you can remember my name. Who's the fella that you see, Aldalfo? And how should you refer to me, Aldalfo? And who is it? I'll always be Aldalfo. Now sing it proudly. I am Aldalfo. Now let me spell it out for you. For all of you lovely ladies who didn't hear me for some reason, cause maybe you are hard of hearing or something. I don't know. It goes all down. Aldalfo!
You've been dreaming just one dream nearly all your life. Hoping, scheming, just one theme. Will you be a wife? Will you be some He-Man's property? Good news that He-Man's me. This equation, girl plus man, doesn't help just you. On occasion, women can have their uses too, mainly to extend the family tree. Pumpkin, extend with me. We'll be raising sons galore, each built 6'4", each one stuffed with every Gaston gene. You'll be keeping house with pride, each day gratified that you are part of this idyllic scene. Picture this, a rustic hunting lodge, my latest kill roasting over the fire, my little wife massaging my toes, while the little ones play on the floor with the dogs. Oh, we'll have 6 or 7. Not dogs, strapping boys, like me. I can see that we will share all that love implies. We shall be the perfect pair, rather like my thighs. You are face to face with destiny. All roads lead to the best things in life are all's well that ends with me. Escape me, there there's no way, certain as doorway, but when you marry. So, Belle, what'll it be? Is it a yes or is it a oh, yes? Me. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach. High in her tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair, lithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you if there only were doors. Agony, all the torture they teach, what's as intriguing or half so fatiguing as what's out of reach? Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne, or everything maidens could wish for? Then why know, I know, that girl must be mad. You know nothing of madness, till you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her agony, misery, although it's different for each. Always 10 steps behind, always 10 feet below, and she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife, I must have her to
Growing up was stifling cause I was never free. School is getting stale and I'm sick of this sorority. Think I need some distance, a place to disappear. So it's adios and away I go, and I'm kind of scared, but the moment's here to fly into the future. Gonna roll, gonna ride so that no one can find me. I'm flying into the future, moving on with my life and leaving all this behind me. Free from textbooks, free from Texas, free from folks who give me flack. I'm gonna fly into the future. Time to fly, and I'll never look back. I could grab my pencil and make some little plan. I could be a housewife and settle down to serve a man. I could take a job with my bachelor's degree, but I think I'll go to the Coliseum and take some bachelors on with me and fly into the future, where there's no one to boss me or judge how I'm living. There's only me and my future, plus a couple Italian boys who like what I'm giving. No commitment, no conditions, no connections that can last. Not when I fly into the future. Once I fly, I'll be through with my past. Mama is a coward, Mama is a drunk. Mama sleeps with Howard when she gets in a funk. Howard's kinda creepy, Howard's kinda crude. Howard's really fat and walks around in the nude. Dad went off with Julie, Mama hates his guts. He's okay, but truly my whole family is nuts. Mama doesn't like me, I don't even try, which is why I just gotta say goodbye and fly into the future. I'll be up in the sky soon as Delta can take me and fly me into the future, where the freedom I find is gonna make me or break me. No restrictions, no relations, no ridiculous demands. Watch Mary fly into the future. Watch her fly, see her fly, and we'll see where she lands. And we'll see where she lands. And we'll see where she lands.
Ochol rejects the old type. He is in love with a modern woman, a beautiful girl who speaks English. Ochol is no longer in love with the old type. He loves a modern woman. The name of the beautiful one is Clementine. Brother, when you see Clementine, the beautiful one aspires to look like a white woman. Her lips are red hot like glowing charcoal. She resembles the wild cat that has dipped its mouth in blood. Her mouth looks like an open ulcer like that of a fiend. Tina dusts her face with powder and she looks so pale. She resembles the wizard getting ready for the midnight dance. Forgive me, brother. Do not think I am insulting the woman with whom I share my husband. Do not think my tongue is being sharpened by jealousy, for it is the sight of Tina that provokes sympathy in my heart. I do not deny I am a little jealous. It is no good lying. We all suffer from jealousy. It catches people unawares like the ghosts that bring fevers. It surprises people like earth tremors. But when you see the beautiful one with whom I share my husband, you feel a little pity for her. But my husband despises me. He laughs at me, says he's too good to be my husband, or Charles says he's not the age mate of my grandfather to live with someone like me who has not been to school. He speaks with such arrogance. He is bold. He says these things in broad daylight. Or Charles says there's no difference between me and my grandmother who covers herself in animal skins. I do not block my husband's path to his new wife. If he wants, let him build her an iron-roofed house on the hill. I do not complain. My grass-thatched house is enough for me. I am not angry with the woman with whom I share my husband. I do not fear to compete with her. All I ask is that my husband should stop the insults, that he should refrain from heaping abuses upon my head, that he should stop talking half crazy and saying terrible things about my mother. Listen, Ochol, my old friend. The ways of your ancestors are good. Their customs are solid and not hollow. They are not thin, not easily breakable. They cannot be blown away by the winds because their roots reach deep into the soil. Listen, my husband. You are the son of a chief. The pumpkin in the old homestead must not be uprooted. But Ochol rejects the old type, for he is in love with a modern woman, a beautiful girl who speaks English.
How about the amazing talent that I am blessed to work with each and every day? These kids have done such amazing stuff over the course of the year. We wish that we could have shared it with you at University High School this evening, but thank you for giving us your time. Thank you for supporting the class of 2020. To my seniors, it's been a journey, hasn't it? This was our 200% year, and definitely not the way that I had hoped on ending it with you. Here's crossing our fingers. There's definitely a grid walk, even if it's next year at a strike night. We're going to the beach eventually. But up next, we have the Drama Club banquet. So please join us in celebrating all of the students of Uni Theater Arts and our very casual beach banquet through a monitor. See you there. Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening.
I am not black. I mean, that's what the world calls me, but it's not me. I didn't come out of my mother's womb saying, "Hey, everybody, I'm black." No, I was taught to be black, and you were taught to call me that, along with whatever you call yourself. It's just a label. See, from birth, the world force feeds us these labels, and eventually we all swallow them. We digest and accept the labels, never ever doubting them. But there's one problem. Labels are not you, and labels are not me. Labels are just labels. But who we truly are is not skin deep. Listen, I'm not here to tell you how science has concluded that genetically we're all mixed and race in the human species doesn't exist, or how every historian knows that race was invented in the 15th century to divide people from each other and it has worked perfectly. No, I'm not here to lecture. I just want to ask one question. Who would you be if the world never gave you a label? Never gave you a box to check? Would you be white, black, Mexican, Asian, Native American, Middle Eastern, Indian? No. We would be one. We would be together. No longer living in the era of calling human beings black people or white people. These labels that will forever blind us from seeing a person for who they are, but instead seeing them through the judgmental, prejudicial, artificial filters of who we think they are. And when you let an artificial label define yourself, then my friend, you have chosen smallness over greatness and minimized yourself, confined and divided yourself from others. And it is an undeniable fact that where there is division, there will be conflict, and conflict starts wars. Therefore, every war has started over labels. It's always us versus them. So the answer to war, racism, sexism, and every other ism is so simple that every politician has missed it. It's the labels. We must rip them off. Isn't it funny how no baby is born racist, yet every baby cries when they hear the cries of another, no matter the gender, culture, or color, proving that deep down we were meant to connect and care for each other. That is our mission, and that is not my opinion. That is the truth in a world that has sold us fiction. Please listen, labels only distort our vision, which is why half of those watching this will dismiss it or feel resistance and conflicted. But just remember, so did the caterpillar before it broke through its shell and became the magnificent butterfly. Well, these labels are our shells, and we must do the same thing so we can finally spread our wings. Human beings were not meant to be slapped with labels like groceries and supermarkets. DNA cannot be regulated by the FDA. We were meant to be free, and only until we remove them all and stop living and thinking so small will we be free to see ourselves and each other for who we truly are.
Yeah, the move by the ace, the gold, drive a rave, get some money, put the rollie, patty face. My career taking off, get jogging in pace. Where these hoes on their mouth, are these hoes out of shape? Can you stop with all the subs? I ain't cherry. If you really want some smoke, you can pull up, you could get it. Grab a hand, pull up braids, make it. Put a white boy on the song, I might turn GCL. Keep it G, from the girl to the end, from the start. You know me, Cardi B, popping on the charts.
If I hit it one time, I'm a piper. If I hit it 2 times, then I like her. If I hit it 3 times, I'm a wifer. It ain't safe for the black or the white girl. It ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe. Tell your man pipe up, pipe up. Hey, hands from the safe in your face when you say, my hands turn into a nightclub.
Carter. Say hey, Miss Carter. Give me some. See me up in the club with 50-11 girls. Posted in the back, diamond things in my grill. Brooklyn brim with my eyes sitting low. And every boy in here with me got that smoke. And every girl in here gotta look me up and down. All on Instagram, cake by the pound. Circulate the image every time I come around. G's up, tell me how I'm looking, babe. What is all for you? Just walk my way. Tell me how it's looking, babe. Just tell me how it's looking, babe. Do this all for you, baby. Just take a chance. Tell me how it's looking, babe. Tell me how it's looking, babe. Drop the bass, man. About to drop the bass, man. Drop the bass, man. About to drop the bass, man. Drop the bass, man. About to drop the bass, man.